everyone. I'm Caroline.
Elaine.
Welcome to our YouTube channel, Inner Balance, where we empower women and actually people in general to live their best mental health lives, and where we delve deeper into some of the topics that affect us mentally and challenge us. So today we are going to dig right into our topic, which is burnout in general. We'll have 3 sessions maybe.
Yes.
We'll do burnout at the workplace, burnout at home, and then
we'll now talk about stress.
Yes. And so we feel like this is a very, very, very important topic. It's been coming at us a lot, this burnout topic, right? And I think, like I saw the other day, we live in the land of overwhelm.
What does that mean?
Just step outside the house, you'll be overwhelmed.
It's true.
If you won't be worried about the matatus hitting you when you're driving, if you're not concerned about jogging as a woman, you're afraid.
10,000 just by breathing.
Oh, just by breathing, you're going to spend 10,000 shillings. The economy is just something else. We haven't seen an economy this bad in a long time. Everybody really is struggling.
We are.
And maybe the search for success, and the search for more money, and the search for all these things is making us feel burnt out.
Yeah.
So maybe we define what really is burnout. Specifically, what is burnout at the workplace? What is that, right?
So it says here, workplace burnout is a state of chronic physical and emotional exhaustion. So it's often accompanied by feelings of cynicism.
Okay.
And detachment from work.
Okay.
And a sense of reduced personal accomplishment.
At work.
Yeah.
So I think what then you're saying is it goes beyond the I'm just tired of work today. I don't feel like going to work today. It goes beyond that. It's a deeper cynicism for work. You really don't feel like going to work. Maybe add on to that you're fatigued chronically. And it's also messing you up psychologically. Okay.
So it says here, this is an important point. It says burnout isn't just feeling tired after a hard day's work, but it's a prolonged and profound sense of depletion that can have severe consequences for one's mental and physical health.
That is the key. Prolonged
and profound.
And it goes beyond just feeling tired today, like I'm so tired today, and maybe I need a break. And also a small break won't just cure your burnout.
No.
That's where we want to go. We don't want to go to the burnout that we all kind of face. We're saying the deep, profound one that if you don't do something about it, you will snap.
You'll snap,
yeah.
Like what you're telling me about the rubber band.
Yes. There was in church, I'll use this reference that I heard in church the other day, of how you can stretch a rubber band this far, right? It's got its stretchability. And if you leave the stretch that long for say 3 months, if you go back to the rubber band, it's changed shape.
The elasticity is not the same.
Yeah, so it's distorted. What does that mean? You become a distorted figure of your former self. Worse, you keep stretching the rubber band further than the 3 months. Now you're talking about a year and so of chronic burnout. The thing snaps. Then what happens? You're a snapped rubber band, and you can put the rubber band together, right?
Yeah, you can tie a knot, but
is it the same rubber band?
No, it's not the same.
Yeah. So what does that mean? That this is a very, very serious topic, and how can we help ourselves? And what we were saying is, what is it not? It's not the casual burnout.
No.
Yes.
It's prolonged.
And it involves ongoing emotional exhaustion. Can you imagine? Psychological distance or negativity and feelings of inefficacy. Yeah, so if you find yourself you're at work and you're experiencing these types of negative emotions, we're saying perhaps you're burnt out.
So those are some of the signs that, just to add on to that, there's also a decline in job performance, other than just feelings of, I'm tired.
Your work performance, if it was measured, it's going down.
Mm.
Okay, that's a good inclination that you're actually burnt out.
Yeah.
And so why are we even talking about this? So why does it matter? Why should an organization care that its employees are burnt out? Why should you care? Or why should you care about your health, basically? Yeah. Why is this conversation so important? We're saying from an organizational level, you've got obviously the job dissatisfaction, you've got absenteeism, because now your workers are not coming to work.
Yeah, which leads to a decline in performance.
Yes, directly impacting business. So it's important. And then psychologically, we're saying burnout. Can we talk about how burnout can look like? Physically?
Yes.
The symptoms, obviously your fatigue, your sleeping in, your lack of motivation, persistent headaches,
stomach aches, things like gastritis, just the overall
feeling unwell, general malaise feeling. So again, those sound like symptoms of depression. And I feel like you can, is it burnout or is it depression? You can be burnt out and the symptoms manifest themselves so much that it looks like depression. And so now you're there wondering, am I depressed?
Or am I
Lo and behold, you actually have burnout, and specifically right now because of your work, right? So those are some physical symptoms. And then psychological symptoms, obviously the depression.
Yes, the depression, and also now the stress that you can't even go to work because.
So the lack of motivation.
And also the clinical significant distress. That you just can't wake up and go to work. The thought of it is just frustrating.
Oh, the thought of going to work just makes you want to shoot yourself. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe insomnia is in there too?
Because you're constantly worrying about this thing that's giving you stress. That's giving you burnout.
Yeah. So they had some interesting statistics that I found. These were with the done according to scientific research done by a few scientists, and this was in the APA. The APA is the American Psychological Association. And let me read up just two. People who experience true workplace burnout have, first of all, a 57% increased risk of workplace absence greater than 2 weeks due to illness. So you're saying you're not going to work, but you're actually ill.
Physically. So the symptoms manifest as physical illness.
Yes. And then 180% increased risk of developing depressive disorders. I mean, hello. Comorbidity. 180%. It's a lie. And then 84% increased risk of type 2 diabetes. 40% increased risk of hypertension. I mean, we are dying early here, friends, right?
It's true.
So aside from the feeling, the psychological feelings, you're now putting your own health
at risk. Exactly.
Yeah. So what can we do about this, Koi? What do you think?
I feel like employers need to create a very healthy working environment.
Okay, what does that mean though?
It means open communication, where you're able to express how you're feeling, and it's just not communicating with someone. Is there a place in your organization where you have partners such as psychologists that you can be able to get in touch with? That when you don't feel well, your HR will tell you, okay, well, these are the facilities that are on our panel.
Available.
Yeah.
And also maybe just creating that culture as an organization of openness, where people can actually feel free and open to talk about their problems. Because if an employee can come to you and say, listen, I feel like my workload is causing me some distress, or it's too much, or can we, have that culture of where an employee feels that they can come and talk. Can you imagine going to your boss and saying, I think this workload is excess? They'll be like,
what's your job?
What are your goals?
Yeah. But also it also boils down to the type of leader you have or you are as a person.
Yeah.
Are you approachable? Can people talk to you, trust you?
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah. Okay. And then what can you do as an employee? You as a person who you've now, let's pray you haven't crashed or snapped the rubber band of your life yet, and that you've done the self-analysis and you feel that you've ticked off, you've even gone to a doctor, because they even say if you're experiencing true work burnout, you'll find yourself at the doctor's office, whether you like it or not.
As physical
symptoms, you'll feel ill. So once you go to your doctor and you figure out, okay, it's not an iron deficiency, for example, or your thyroid is not acting up, you know, your doctor has checked and said your symptoms are not due to then you can say, okay, I think my job is causing me these things. What can you do as a person? You said, okay, I think I'm experiencing work burnout. Because one of the things that came up when I was doing the research for this was say things like you need to change your environment.
Yeah. But what does that mean in this economy?
In this economy, you can't just quit your job. Maybe you don't quit your job, but maybe you can change your job. Maybe you can open yourself up to other opportunities that don't bring or cause that much stress, or maybe distancing yourself in a healthy way to think about what do you really need for your life, because you can't quit your job, you need the money.
Yeah, you need the money. And also on top of that, before you quit, probably seek a therapist, because the changing environment is, especially if you have a family, so now you have to think about the school for your kids, your wife if she's working,
you have life bills. So I know it's not very practical to just say, hey, quit your job. No, I think the approach where you approach your employer and try to see if there's a way you can get a leave of absence, a prolonged one, not just a week or 2 days, a prolonged leave of absence where you can now kind of decompress and then think about your life. And then after that is like things you're saying, seek a therapist also. Make major life changes. I mean, burnout, depression, all these things, they look the same.
True. What some of the lifestyle changes that you can make? The first one is nutrition.
Yes, 100%. Change your food. What are you eating, guys? What is on your table?
KFC, Galitos.
Oh my God, not even. What are you eating? What are we eating? And it's so sad. I feel like the Western world has caught up with us at a speed with which we cannot react quick enough. They've been dealing with these issues for a long time. They have like measures to mitigate. Us, we've adopted the Western way of doing so many things.
By the time we react, there's already another trend happening. We're trying to catch up.
Because if we were to truly continue with the way our grandparents lived, eating natural foods, the sweet potatoes and domas, the githeri, these guys lived healthier lives than we are. So I think nutrition is really big, and especially with mental health, we should do that whole topic.
Should have a nutrition.
We'll have a whole topic of how nutrition impacts your mental health. But nutrition is one of them. Lifestyle changes, exercise.
Exercising is very important, because you find if you have a 9 to 5, so you sit at your desk at 9. By the time you're waking up, it's 4:30.
Yes, you've been sitting the whole day.
So you haven't moved.
Yes. So incoming chronic diseases.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. But I think beyond even the things that you will do, recognizing what burnout is, I think, is difficult for most people.
It is very difficult. You need a therapist or a psychological
person to help you.
To help you label
that what it is actually burnout. And you can do your own self-analysis, and I think most people can figure out that, okay, I think I'm experiencing burnout. I think the problem is it comes in direct contradiction or direct against your life and how you live your life. You know, you need to work. We've been told work, you get money. It forces you to ask yourself hard questions.
And there's no time for even asking these hard questions, because where's the time?
Exactly. But time for what?
You
have to prioritize time for your health. If you're dead,
you're dead.
If
If you're dead, you're dead.
you're dead, you're dead. So the kids that you're working so hard for, the things you're working so hard for to buy, those things you'll leave them here on earth as you're dead. So I think the problem with burnout is if it forces you, like, okay, how am I living my life? And actually, how do I define
success? What is success for me as me, not for me as, you know, what the society has told me success is.
Yes. What does success look like for you as an individual? Is it what you were told you must become? Is it what society expects you to have? Have a good house, own your own home. If you don't own your own home, you're not successful. Is that really? If you don't have, I don't know, 1-2 cars, if your kids don't go to the best schools, what are some of these things that are making you?
What's driving you to?
Because really, you have to question the drivers. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You question the drivers, and when you question the drivers of the why you do certain things, then that job that you have that is really a highly stressful job, is it worth it? At the expense of what?
Your mental and physical well-being.
Yes. So I really like this topic because it challenges many things. It challenges how we live.
It's true. You have to reflect, is the word.
Yeah.
On how you define your goals. What are your goals? What's your life values, and what drives you?
Yeah. Things that we need to talk about is what the definition of success is to you, right? Because if you go by your true inner definition of success, honestly, if I think about success, to me, I just want to be happy. Mostly I just want joy. I want my kids to be healthy. I want to be healthy myself. I want to have enough money in the bank such that if there was something that was to happen, I would at least have money to take care of that situation, especially with the children.
But what's enough?
Maybe that's the problem. How much is enough?
How much is enough? Enough is not enough.
How much is enough?
For me, success is just peace. In this world of chaos, and just wow.
Yeah.
I just want peace.
Yeah. But then what is the price to have a peaceful life? Because for you to have a peaceful life, I'm assuming you have to have a peaceful family, a peaceful job, a peaceful social life.
And also your gratitude list. What are you grateful for? Yeah, overlooking what you don't have. Say, I'm grateful for whatever I have now.
Okay, so contentment.
Contentment, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So contentment and not chasing what society has put you in a box that you should have as the measure of success. Like that. So being content is very important because I think it takes you to a place of just grounding.
Exactly, 100%, because
makes you value and think about what's important.
What's important. The fact that, see, and that's why I like people who live in Mtaani. They're very content with today, so they live their life one day at a time.
I think that would give me mad anxiety.
As an overthinker.
Yeah. Watch our previous video. But that would give me mad anxiety. So I think for me, if that would give me anxiety, I would want comfort.
But what is comfort? Then it comes with a price. There's a label to it.
No, but you see, there's different levels of comfort. There's red bottom shoes that will cost you however much, and then there's ngomas that are just as comfortable, right? So I think you have to get to a level of saying this is not important, or this is not that important. If I can live without this thing, and I can live without this thing, and then I can't live without this thing, I can't live without this thing, and what are those things that you can't live without? And then strive for those, because these are the things I want. And if the wants are the things that are making you have a rat race life,
that's true,
working yourself to the bones,
take a pause, break,
then how really important are these things? I think that's where the conversation, I don't know, should go, is towards your life. Think about your life. What will give you peace that you're looking for?
Exactly. Train yourself to be content and just be grateful for what you have.
It's difficult, I must say.
It is, but it's
It's
a
a
daily
rewiring.
unlearning, relearning, unlearning. It's a daily journey.
But the day you get sick from chronic burnout, that's the day you will regret what it is you're chasing. Yeah, because you will never
It's
be
true.
the same. You will snap, and snapping can look like the end of life. It can look like depression and suicide. It can look like neglect, right? Now you start neglecting the things that really matter. Your family, your kids, yourself, right? So prioritizing this burnout situation is mad important. It's everything, I think.
It's everything.
It's everything, right?
Yeah.
So what else did we touch on? We did speak a bit about what employers can do, and you as an employee, did we
Yeah,
talk about
we did.
prioritizing self-care also, and the setting boundaries.
Seeking professional help. It's okay not to be okay.
That's always our message. Yeah, that's always our message. That before you get to the burnout end of things, seek help. Right? Okay. So next time we'll talk about burnout at home. When
Especially
you're
for
rolled,
moms.
when you're rolled as a mom or a wife or
CEO.
a CEO, plus all these roles, societal roles that you have, are the cause of your burnout. Utadu, right? So join us next time. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. You can follow our Instagram
Handles?
handles at Inner Balance Solution, and also what else?
Our personal ones, they'll be on the description link below. Yes. Till next time. Bye.